I have so much work to do today, but instead I'm filming a video. A new musical coming to Broadway literally never. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how to deal with post-show blues or post-show depression. But before we get started, I'm Sophia Lovelace and I post theater videos, comedy videos, and style videos, so if any of that stuff interests you, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below to be notified when I have new uploads. I upload around once a week, so you do not want to miss out when I have those uploads. So what is post-show depression or post-show blues? Post-show depression or post-show blues, people call it both things and they literally mean the exact same thing, is when you finish a show, like a play or a musical, and you feel really sad about it being over. How bad post-show depression depends on each person and depends on each situation and each show. It's literally different for everyone, and that means that there is a million different ways to deal with post-show depression because everyone is different. So that's just something to keep in mind. These are some tips and tricks that I learned from my experience how to deal with post-show depression and what I've heard from other people who have... Can you hear that? So rude. Before you figure out your strategy about how to deal with post-show depression, you need to figure out your why. Because once you figure out your why, it becomes easier to decide with what strategies you're going to use in order to feel better. Was this show one of your dream shows or one of your dream roles? Do you miss your friends? Are you sad that you're not going to be able to find a job, or you're afraid that you're not going to be able to find a job for the next few months? These are all valid reasons to have post-show depression, and you could have a combination of these factors. And of course, I'm not going to list all the factors because there's literally thousands of reasons why you could be upset that a show is over. You will be in another show. I 100% promise you. There will always be a new show that you are perfect for. I remember I used to be so scared that if I didn't have a show lined up right after another show, that I would be doomed and my acting career would be over. That didn't happen. I literally wasn't in a show for my first year of university, and then the summer between first year and second university, I got into my first professional show. If it is one of your dream shows, chances are it's pretty popular. Into the Woods, Beauty and the Beast, Frozen, Sound of Music, The Crucible, Annie, Mamma Mia, Peter Pan, Chicago, Phantom of the Opera, and Legally Blonde, and Les Mis are being put on all the time. So if you're sad that one of these shows that I listed is ending, chances are you're gonna be in it again. So you probably will have a second, a third, maybe even a fourth chance to be in these shows, because literally every theater company does these shows. Sometimes people feel that in the theater community that they work with people and then they never see these people again. I've heard a few people say that, but me, who's been in the theater industry for a few years, learns that this is not true. That there's always a core group of people that stick with theater who you're gonna see at auditions over and over and over and over and over again. So this is probably not the last time you're gonna see them, to be 100% honest. Another tip of advice is that social media is great. Chances are, if they're an actor, they are constantly promoting themselves on social media, meaning that they have social media. So that means if you want, you can go contact them and be like, hey, do you want to hang out? Now that we've discussed the three main reasons why people are upset that a show is closing, I'm going to get into the techniques that you can use to deal with your post-show depression. If you're between shows, the best way to use your time is to improve your craft. It could be working on your singing, your acting, you could learn a new monologue, you could take a dance class, you could take an acting class, you could read books about musical theater or about acting Shakespeare. A local library is a great place to start. Also, the internet, you can find plenty of videos of acting. Of course, one thing I want to tell you guys is that to be careful when you're on the internet looking at acting, because sometimes the stuff is outdated, and literally on the internet anyone can pretend to be anything they want. So they could say, hey, I'm a casting director, when really they're a scam artist. They're just trying to get you to pay for their program, and they teach you a bunch of weird stuff. I mean, I've seen some videos on YouTube about acting and I'm just like, what? You could also research different types of theater. For example, if you normally do musical theater, look into Shakespearean acting. If you normally do Shakespeare, look into Commedia dell'arte or other types of Renaissance theater. By learning about different types of theater, you will learn about a variety of different techniques of performance, and some you might like better than the one that you're using now. So if you do a class learning about a different type of theatrical performance, you could put that on your resume, and if a job in Shakespeare or Commedia dell'arte, I don't know if Commedia dell'arte is still performed, to be honest. Because you are a more well-rounded actor, you could
get more jobs, and more jobs mean more money. More money means more headshots. More headshots mean more auditions.
And somehow Broadway ends up in that. How to start your acting career, the simplified version. The thing you can do is learn about theater history. Even if you're not a history person, I guarantee you that there will be at least one period in theater history that you will find fascinating. There is more to theater history than just Greek and Shakespeare. You can learn about medieval theater, you can learn about Italian Renaissance theater, you can learn about Shakespeare theater, you can learn about English Restoration theater, you can learn about neoclassical French theater, you could learn about opera. Even though that's technically a branch of music, a lot of things are actually pretty useful to know. If you know a lot about newer musicals like Heathers and Hadestown and Be More Chill and Dear Evan Hansen, maybe look at some of the early musicals. Look at musicals such as Candide. Even though some people call that an operetta, I really don't know what defines a musical versus an operetta. Look into the composers Rodgers and Hammerstein. They literally wrote a version of Cinderella, wrote The Sound of Music, wrote Oklahoma. But the last tip of advice that I could give you guys is that maybe the universe or God or whatever you believe in is trying to tell you something. Theater is demanding, and it can be very easy to get sucked into the trap of auditioning, rehearsals, tech week, show week. These can take over your life. And I know in the theater community we always joke that theater is our life, but there's actually more to life than theater. By not being in a show, this could be the universe telling you that you are neglecting your financial goals, your academic goals, your family goals. So by not being in a show, this could be the universe telling you to take a break. No, that is not a Hamilton reference. And one of the most powerful quotes that I tell myself all the time is not to say, why is this happening? But to say, what is this teaching me? So that is the end of my video today. Hopefully you guys liked it. If you did like it, make sure to please give it a big thumbs up because it really helps me out. In the name of Dionysus, the god of theater, make sure to subscribe. You wouldn't want to make Willie Shakes upset, would you? And I think that's it for today.